The shot is Carolina. Hey, what do you say?
Talkin Sauce, episode 93.
Week late, it'd be like that. It's okay. It's okay.
No one's gonna notice.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one's gonna notice.
No one has any idea. But what y'all been up to, man? What's the week been like?
Man, chilling.
Chilling?
Getting
some dubs, dude?
Got a couple dubs in the old War Z. You know what I'm saying? Verdansk. Before it goes away.
Yeah, I guess.
Like what? A couple days?
Yeah, I guess so, huh? The full thing, like the full integration is supposed to come. So is it official that the Rebirth Island thing is going to be the whole new map?
I
or
guess.
is it going to be like a
I've really kind of kept
option?
myself in the dark so that way there's like some sort of like enjoyment.
Yeah, it was kind of no expectation
Yeah.
of what you want it to be. Yeah, the shit is going to be
Mm-hmm.
crazy, though. It's going to be mad sweaty all over again. Not that it already isn't. but-
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Cold War to get the guns.
Is that official?
I mean, they're gonna add like 30-something guns.
That is true.
They're gonna add
But-
them all at the same time.
But I mean, like, is it official that they're only going to be in Warzone? Because remember, we had said, or we had
yeah.
heard some of that.
I mean,
little
I
rumblings.
just don't believe it, man. How are they not gonna make you not buy the game?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's true.
let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I don't,
Unless
maybe I could
Activision
be
was like,
wrong.
all that shit comes back to us anyway. Y'all better make that shit.
I would be amazed.
Slide those guns over.
Be amazed.
There's a
lot of-
yeah.
But
But-
you
We're back under another like weird half lockdown thing.
yeah, curfews.
Yeah, just doing really like nothing. If we're being honest,
Yeah.
Like, people want to bitch about it. I don't have a problem with like a lockdown really per se, but like do something or don't do something. You know what I mean? This like 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. unless like you really don't want to, in which case.
Super tough to enforce.
Yeah, yeah, it's just,
Super tough to enforce. But it's all to help spread. Excuse me.
prevent the spread.
Prevent the spread. I was gonna say spread awareness.
Yeah.
But you don't want to spread really anything. You just want to.
Yeah.
Well, you want to spread awareness, but
It's about it. It's about the only thing you want to be spreading out here, just awareness.
damn it.
But and I guess the vaccine's coming,
Yeah, like the U.S. approved it to get like looked at by the FDA for distribution, and
And I
then
think
the
the
FDA
FDA
is like, bet
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. we're cool on
we're
that.
good to hand that shit out.
They just did the open the case look like, no, I mean,
So
checks out.
after them high risk
All there.
peoples get their stuff, let me get that.
Yeah. Did you see like the second dude to ever get it was fucking William? His name is William Shakespeare in Britain.
The William Shakespeare.
The William Shakespeare.
We gotta keep
He's
him.
still here.
You gotta keep him alive.
Yeah.
He makes good shit.
Yeah, he's like Mitch McConnell, dude. He's
Cranking
just
out
like old
content.
and just
They
science
should have
keeping him
him.
alive.
They should get him in on the new Star Wars movies. I feel like that would be
That'd be pretty sick. On the writing side or full on
just some
acting?
input, just a producer
Yeah,
role,
yeah,
like
yeah.
a writing credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get his name
You
on
want
it,
his
though.
input.
Just to get his fingers on it a little
Like
bit.
you want
is
him
what
about
it
as involved as Lucas is, just like a little creative input.
is. Same way he
Yeah.
did. Just send him something. He was like, yeah,
Similar,
no, I'm cool with
Lucas, William Shakespeare,
it. Yeah. Had the similar impact on
society,
Society.
like, as a whole,
Yeah.
and like throughout history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to say so.
Right?
What do you think, Dylan?
Cares what he thinks. Cares. That's why he didn't say that. He knows we don't care. He knows no one cares. Does it?
UFC 256.
They fought
dude.
again, dude.
They stay fighting. But
Leave it up to a pandemic for a bunch of MMA fighters to be like, ready. That's when they fight the most.
Yeah, I mean they capitalized on it. I don't know. I
People
feel
should
like
be touching the least.
they've been doing this. It's just like for a while it was the only sporting event that was
Mm.
happening, so people just started noticing more. But Tony Ferguson fought Charles Oliveira, and I showed you the little clip before
That
the
arm
podcast
bar?
started. Yeah, the armbar, dude. I mean, he bent that shit. It was like a 30-degree angle, the reverse way you want it to be going. And, I mean, kind of got fucked up, which sucks because we're never going to ever get to see the Tony Ferguson-Khabib fight like when they were in their prime. That fight got canceled like 5 times because he kind of got fucked up. And then Davison Figueiredo, who just fought, like, defended his title like 3 weeks ago, it feels like, turned around and got a majority draw. It was like actually a really good fucking fight. 5 rounds with Moreno. Don't remember his first name, but I mean, everyone thought like Figueiredo's about to get this motherfucker out of here in like a round, and then 5 rounds in, they're both just like bloody, walking like zombies.
Like a Rocky movie.
Yeah, dude, it was great. Turned out to be a really good fight.
Do you guys ever watch Never Back Down?
Nah,
You never watched Never Back Down?
I don't think so.
The MMA movie?
No, I don't think so.
Low key, I think you would like it.
Well, who's in it? Is it like, was it just kind of some dudes? I don't know if it was like, you know, they got like fucking.
They got like a couple of them. Like one of them's been some shit you've seen. Another one's been some shit you've seen.
Yeah.
And then another one's been some shit you've seen. But like, it's got what's his face from Blood Diamond. Man, come on, man.
Dylan, what do you think? That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's an MMA movie. This kid, he's lost his dad, so he's like got all this aggression. He can fight.
Yeah.
And then he moves to a new school, and then he trains MMA. And then there's this but there happens to be like a star MMA. Like the whole school's like a bunch of MMA fighters.
It's like some anime shit, dude. Like it's just
basically, yeah. And they all compete in like this like underground MMA tournament every year.
They're just meeting in the school
It's
basement,
like
beating the
it's
shit
like
out of each other.
You Got Served,
but
with MMA.
Okay,
That's
That's
actually
kinda,
pretty much
kind of badass.
That's pretty much
key.
the premise. Yeah.
Low
So
key.
super cheesy. I remember but when it come on the movie channels, like in the summer and stuff, I just run that shit back.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's some
I'm
badass fight scenes.
Yeah.
But dude, and then there was a boxing fight, which like the only reason it matters is like
a joke
Floyd's.
sport now.
Well, it's Floyd's protege. But like I read the press release on it, and the promoter for Top Rank Boxing asked about Shakur Stevenson, his opponent, and he was and he's not marketing this fight as the other guy can win. Quote. He's not going to be able to win. There's like the promoter, end quote, and then it's just talking like, yeah, no, this is just a showcase of the other guy beating the shit out of this guy who's challenging him. And that's like the whole promotion of the fight. I just thought that shit was funny, dude. I'd be so pissed if I was the other guy. If like the promoter's like, I mean, no, you're not going to win. You're a punching bag tonight. You're going to go 10 rounds of just getting bopped up. We're going to hand you a decent check. And
you better try to go all 10 rounds.
Yeah.
We can't have this shit ending
and
early.
you better come back when we call you again.
Our sponsors want to get every commercial aired.
For real. And Anthony Joshua got a knockout, so hopefully we see him fight Tyson Fury. That'd be
His last name Joshua?
Who?
Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, Anthony Joshua.
His last name is Joshua.
His last name is Joshua. He's British, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I want to meet a Joshua.
Joshua? Dude, you could marry Anthony Joshua.
I mean, I will, yeah.
You
Just
know
for
what
the
I'm saying?
gag.
Yeah, just be like, I'm Joshua.
Take his last name.
You can call me
What happens
Josh.
to my wife?
His wife now, you know what I'm saying? Transitive property.
I mean, for the gag, worth it.
But like, she's still your wife. It's just like she's
His
also his
too?
wife. Yeah.
But he has
More so his
priority
wife.
because he's my husband.
Well, yeah, you're his wife as well. Like,
I
that's
don't
just,
mean wife. Can I just?
Oh no, he's a big dude, man. You know
He's
what I'm
he's like. I'm not saying that's not gonna be like what my like role is, like in terms of like.
You just don't want to be called a wife.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, you'll be a wife. You just
like,
don't want to be called
I'll
a wife.
be his. Hey man.
No, I feel you. Yeah, dude. Episode 93.
Episode 93. With it being episode 93, we're gonna shout out Player War Wears episode the number 93. Dougie Gilmore, you know what I'm saying, dropped to St. Louis, 1982 in the 7th round, but he's a Hall of Famer, absolute stud in Maple Leafs history.
Mm-hmm.
I think his number's in the rafters over there. Played over 1,400 games. He's got fucking 1,400 points, almost a point a game player.
And was
One of
known
the
as a
most-
defensive player, too.
Yeah, one of the most strongest defensive forwards to ever do it, at least especially for that era. Kind of like a Marchand of sorts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before Marchand. Big hip fan. I think he did a lot of foundation fundraisers for fucking Gord Downey's brain condition before he passed away from that.
Oh, shit.
Big
I didn't know that.
motorcycle enthusiast, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he still does some with the Leafs now. Tired of
Probably.
30. Big shouts out Doug Gilmore.
93. Also Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, but,
Nuge.
riding.
Wasn't that also Marner's number for a minute before he
Was
went
it?
back to 16?
I don't know. Probably. I feel like
Or
it sounds right
he wore
now that you say it, but
93, he wore 93 somewhere.
I don't know,
No,
man.
I don't know.
But Nuge, if you can hop up out of McDavid's pocket for a little bit, maybe you get shouted out on the next 93. No, I'm just kidding.
Shouts out.
Hurricanes.
4 prospects are going to juniors. You got Suzuki, Gunler, Nybeck, and that other last guy.
Ponomarev? I don't know.
Ponomarev.
Really, I mean, the big one's Suzuki. It's going to be the first time he gets back in that high-level competition since the injury. I think he got a couple games in, but really seeing, for him, getting like that taste again. I'm sure he's been dying to really get back out there.
Yeah.
And for Hurricanes fans, kind of, seeing someone who we had a lot of high hopes for, seeing what he's going to be able to do.
Might as well talk about it for what we know about it. Yeah, they released the World Junior rosters
Yeah.
for all the teams that are participating. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Usually
about it.
happens around this time. It's a good time to watch some winter hockey. When
Yeah.
when I'm usually doing something, traveling or whatever. Won't be this year,
Yeah.
but wherever I'm at, I'm trying to watch some World Junior games.
Yeah.
Because
Only spreading awareness.
NHL's about our good Lord and Savior. That's what I'm
Yeah.
spreading that.
Yeah.
Spreading the awareness of God.
Dude, what a good man.
Mr. Williams,
Huh?
good Lord and Savior.
Jay Will,
Jay
Mr.
Will.
Game 7.
Yeah. Jesus.
But yeah, dude, I can't wait to watch Suzuki. Real talk. Have you seen the trade rumors that apparently we've been linked to Mikhail Granlund? That just came off the top of my head.
Really?
I forget where I saw this, but yeah.
What would we trade?
I don't know. I don't know what, because where's he at right now? Is he Predators still? Where's he?
That's a good question.
Where is Granlund?
That's a great question.
We're
Dylan's
gonna look it
looking
up. Dylan's looking it up.
It's a race. It's a race.
It's Backlund, Granlund. He is with the Predators. Maybe.
How do you not know? He's wearing a Predators jersey.
Yeah, but I know he used to play. I don't know if he got traded at some point. You know what I'm saying? Nope, with the Predators.
Get shit on. Get shit on.
Yeah, dude.
Don't nod your head. You're late. Did you just fart? You serious? You couldn't find the fact,
And then farts at
and then
you.
you fart at me when I'm sitting. Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's a good thing the window's open. Farting in closed space.
But
What's wrong
maybe
with it?
defenseman. Maybe we send a defenseman their way. I don't know who we would, but seems like the only area of strength. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
ask me
saying?
about who
Area
we're
of
gonna
depth.
trade. Just got farted at. I think I'm worried about.
Probably won't happen though. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I never thought it would happen. I never thought my own brother would just fart on my.
Well, you know what I mean, like.
Especially us. Shouts out all that.
We
Shouts
are
out
on
Doug
it
Gilmore.
today, son. We were.
Fine. When are we not?
That's facts.
And
No, we're
define
never
on
not on it. We're the experts.
So Doug Armstrong, is he not still the GM of the St. Louis Blues?
I figured he is. Seems like he hasn't done his job poorly.
I mean, he's done his job poorly. He'd be looking it up. But for that, he's the GM of the Canadian Olympic team in 2022, wherever the fuck that's supposed to be. I have no idea.
Probably just like an aircraft carrier in the middle
Hey,
of the
this
ocean.
guy picked Jordan Benson, so you know what I'm saying?
No mistakes, dude. He got Justin Falk, dude. He got the guy, the big fish.
You know what I'm saying?
Reeled him in.
Definitely should be the GM.
Wallace
You know,
Pietrangelo.
might as well get Babcock as the coach too while you're at it. You know what I'm saying?
Put Bill Peters back on his fucking bench as an
Let's
assistant.
go. Really not much else to say there.
Nope.
All right, let's get into this. There's a lot to talk about here. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
It finally came out almost over a decade in the making.
Low
Literally.
key.
No, high key.
Yeah.
the most actual of keys.
The highest of keys.
Have you seen anything on it?
I've seen. Can you actually edit your player's penis size? Is that like a whole? Is that a real function of the game, or are those memes?
No, I'm leaning forward in interest. I'm waiting for you to answer.
I don't know.
Because I've seen like
I
pictures
actually
of
don't
it,
know.
Because I've seen so many of those memes.
I've seen some memes.
and people were like,
I
"But
think you
there's
can.
only like there's like different models, like like phase one,
so-
phase two, phase three." and
Well,
there's
so that's go ahead.
but I was gonna say there's a couple different penis models, and then there's only like one vagina model. Like,
That's not fair. Dylan, once you see one vagina, you see them all. No, I mean like that was gonna be one of my biggest complaints, and not the genital customization. You know, finally someone's taking the balls, no pun intended, to throw that in there. But like for a game that's been in the making for a million years, I'm pretty sure like every customization option has like 5 or 6. So like, you know what I mean? There's no like big palettes. There's no like sliders. There's no like you just get a few options, which is kind of like word. Like we went through all that waiting for that. Come on, man. Skyrim gives you a bit more than that. You know what I'm saying?
On some level with that stuff, do you feel like some games go like too far where like you're 20 minutes in and you're like, okay, do I really need to like exactly give the
You're
millimeters
too
and how far
stoned if it's
apart
taking
my
you
eyes?
20 minutes.
I mean, it doesn't because I skip a lot of that shit.
Well, a lot of
When it
them
gets too in
a
depth,
lot of them
like, I
have
skip
ones
a
where
lot
it's
of
like
shit.
you have presets and then you can slide to taste afterwards. You get one that's like close enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I spend a lot of the time with that shit. I'm saying a game that takes that goddamn long, that's all about, you know, choose everything that you do and all that. You would think would just have that. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I feel it. I don't know. It's just I was like, for me, that. I just get like I usually, like you're saying, kind of get close enough. I'm like, all right, let's get in the fucking game. Let's see what's happening.
Right.
But it seems from some clips I've seen, getting in the fucking game's not even that great. Like if you're not on a PC or a PS5 or the newest Xbox,
Demanding game.
Yeah, I think there's no loading screens. I believe they came through on that shit, which is awesome. You can just kind of go anywhere, hop in, just never stopping.
So I've watched like 4 different streamers play like for different times, and I've seen a couple different people like pretty much complete it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, for me, it's super boring to watch. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
and that's like, and it's interesting that it's like a way you can like judge a game nowadays, right? Like in terms of its watchability.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking talking.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking just talking, and the action is. Again, I think you got to be playing it to really
enjoy it. You
got
to be in the world, in the story, invested in yourself, kind of.
For real. Which again is not to say that it's not good. It's what's seemingly incredibly impressive is how different the game can turn out. Apparently, the way like certain things you do in the certain like starting point that you pick and the certain way that you interact with everything and the characters and certain choices you make, which I love. I love choice. I love choice-based games. So apparently this one's really, really heavy on every decision influences what happens next.
And that's the shit I love. I mean, The Witcher had a bit of that, and obviously that's what they're famous for.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fable has that.
Yeah, and just that like
KOTOR and shit like that.
This game had such like high hopes, I guess, high expectations because of The Witcher. But I see what you're saying, and I think that's kind of on all those games. Like you never really see streamers play any kind of story-driven game because it's just.
They usually play online multiplayer.
Yeah, it's like because if you haven't watched from the beginning, you jump in and you're just like, oh, like this is happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like shit like that can work on like a YouTube series if you put out videos of like.
Right, because you're usually seeking it out.
Yeah, looking up like, all right, here's part 1, part 2, part 3.
And don't get me wrong, I say it's boring to watch, but I watched like probably a good like 5 or 6 hours combined, just like whether it was in background noise, or, like, sitting down and actually like seeing the mission they were playing out. So it's not terrible. It's good to like, it's good visuals. Yeah. From what it seems like, I mean, it doesn't look that great, all things considered. But it doesn't look horrible. Again, to me, it's like it's very similar to like a No Man's Sky type situation where it's a game that had all this hype and then it just isn't really hitting the home run. Yeah. That you would expect for all this hype and for as long as it's been in development.
And from what I've seen, it seems like it's a lot
game,
of
though,
presentation. Like they delivered on gameplay aspects, but just the presentation of it's kind of like I've seen footage from Xbox Ones and PS4s where like. you go into an area and it takes like 30 seconds for the textures to really fully load in, and that kind of shit.
Skyrim, or no, excuse me, not Skyrim. Minecraft works a lot like that, where chunks have to load. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No loading screens.
Yeah, it's same type of thing. But just you can tell it was really designed to maximize the new, more powerful systems.
Right.
And then I think that was a lot of pushback with it too, is them scaling the game back
Well,
to
I think
reach
that's part of why
to make it playable. Really,
why it took so long to develop.
Yeah.
Because every time they got close to something of a release, the next fucking generation of whatever was coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hardware.
Yeah,
But with the idea of like a game like Cyberpunk, and some people being like satisfied, it seems like the majority of people are just like, yeah, this is okay. Like
Yeah.
no one's like blown the fuck away. But
Yeah.
no one's like upset either.
yeah.
Um,
And I think it matched. I think it came close to matching GTA 5's like whatever the first week purchase record or whatever
That's
that was.
impressive.
Very impressive. But it shows you how hyped the game is.
I mean, I have no problem saying there's no way it'll have the same longevity. Like
don't think
they
so.
could do anything, and like they could add multiplayer. They could add.
it would
some
literally be a
online.
mirror of what
It
GTA
would have to
5's
be a lot.
online
I mean,
style
most of
gameplay
the
is.
chats, people watching. I mean, for me watching it was like watching someone play Fallout.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that to me is almost a criticism, because I'm not a big Fallout fan at the end of the day.
But it is that super Fallout's another game that's super decision driven on. You
But
know?
with that can be like if it doesn't bring enough like strong story, and maybe that's the one thing is I was missing, is I never watched enough of anyone to like
pick up on really what the fuck was going on.
exactly
Yeah.
just seeing them actually just go through shit,
Yeah,
and just all I could judge was like the way characters would react and like the animations of voices, like nothing that you wouldn't see in like some game that was made like 5 or 6 years ago.
yeah,
So it's like, so it's all of that. It's just like I was expecting much more, but that's just, again, that goes with the hype. But with all that, I wanted to kind of get into like a game like Cyberpunk, a game that's like supposed to be this like AAA type developed RPG immersive world. What's like the thing that you look for the most in a game like that like you want it to have, that that'll make you play it for a while?
like I say,
A mechanic
yeah.
or something that like any of those games can bring that's like, that's me. I'm in there.
Well, I really like the really having the decisions really drive the story. What was that space game? I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of it. That space
Halo. I'm just
game. But it was the same. It's really heavy story driven.
Mass Effect?
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I played 1, 2, and 3, and that shit. Your decisions carried over into the next game and stuff.
Yeah.
And that shit was so cool to me. The ending of it, the way they wrapped it up, kind of sucked. Cause
Talk about carrying in the next game with the fucking Shadow of Mordor's.
yeah,
You could import your guys that you control it or whatever to kind of
Yeah.
help carry and turn the story for the next game.
yeah. Same thing. I remember NFL Street 2 used to let you import your player to Madden. Oh,
What a good game.
for real. That's some game I don't know why EA doesn't bring back. It's so like they don't give a fuck about rosters and stuff anyway, which is obvious. Just like have just some like let your developers go crazy on
Such a
some
good
shit
game,
for real,
man.
dude. We used to like in college we were playing that on the GameCube. Like
Yeah.
my roommate got it. We were going hard.
That's
with
what
that
we used to
shit.
play it over at CJ's house.
Dude, it's such a good game. But
Gotta
also
figure out how to get my hands on that thing.
back to the game mechanics. Another thing The Witcher did, which I'm hoping Cyberpunk does with the world, is like, NPCs are constantly having conversations and stuff. But you could like, if I'm walking by on some just sidebar everyday conversation, you could hear someone be like, "Did you hear about so and so? Like her husband went missing a couple days ago, yada yada yada." And then you can go follow
Look
her
into
back
it.
to her house and be like, talk to her about it, and then you can get just like a quick, fairly, it's a side mission, but like even playing it, you're like, wow, they actually. It's not just like just one of those fetch quests. Just go get this, bring it back.
You had to be there to hear him talk about it.
Yeah,
To then,
and
like,
the
decide
mission
to follow
itself
along.
was actually like unique. It felt each time like they were, to as much as it could be. But that's the kind of stuff that I really get into because then it makes you want to go around. Because if I can just go to some village that's not even named, go get a couple side quests just on happenstance, and to that point, like there's still a bunch of missions in Witcher that I don't think I've played just because I didn't come across it, you know, at the right time. And
Yeah.
it just so happened that you can't finish them. So that kind of shit I love.
Yeah.
But about you, like because I know you loved Red Dead and it's in the same vein. So like what did you love about Red Dead that you feel that Cyberpunk doesn't or isn't hitting the mark on, I guess?
Well, it's tough. It seems like that Cyberpunk isn't, from what I've gathered, and I haven't played it and I haven't, you know, seen a whole lot. But it seems like one of the bigger aspects is like, or excuse me, one of the biggest things that's lacking is like a distinct like morality like stance.
Like the good and evil type slider thing, like
Yeah.
Fable had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like KOTOR or even Red Dead. Really
Yeah.
had with your, you know, you had that morality meter at the bottom. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I ever saw anything about that like directly indicates.
Yeah, at least it's not a selling point of the game. At least
I saw like people make decisions in the game that like would cause some pretty fucking crazy actions from their character, but like nothing that would like you got bad points.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that type of thing.
and it'd be cool. To
I
have
like shit like that.
Yeah, especially where like if you're too evil, like this certain thing's not going to be able to happen because of that.
Right.
And
And I'm sure that the Cyberpunk has that in some effective
Yeah.
ways. But see, I think it plays more heavy into the type of character. See, and that's the thing that could take away from it, where if you go down this path, other paths are just eliminated.
yeah,
So you're going to get a totally unique experience from this other playthrough, but you won't be able to get those other things unless you start back over. So that,
Yeah.
I mean, that works great for replayability, but it's also a different experience each time. Like Red Dead, for example, excuse me, beer burp. I could play that game over and over and over. Borderlands similar, and it has a great replayability, even though it's like kind of the same story.
a little
Kinda get
more
the
set
same
in
thing.
stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all about the way the story progresses and the way the game sucks you in.
yeah,
If it's not sucking you in, then it's not doing a good job. That's
Yeah.
I mean, for an RPG, that's like it's got to have that.
I feel that.
And good like good, not necessarily like loot mechanics, but like things that like make you want to go get the
Yeah,
loot,
good
whatever
like
it
item
is.
mechanics, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it's called. But I know what you mean.
It just can't be boring,
Yeah,
you know?
which is something I felt like. Just you're talking about Borderlands 3. I felt like there were so many like gold guns. Where in previous games, like a gold gun usually was like
It's hard.
It-
You had to
yeah,
like
it was
replay
hard,
it,
yeah.
like farm the boss over and
yeah,
over.
and then when you got it, you were like, I'm dead. Like you wanted to use it. In Borderlands 3, I felt like I was picking like
They're giving them away.
I was
advertised
just
it that
selling
way.
half the shit. Yeah,
You know, they really did. They said you were going to get more loot. That was when I was talking about with Chad while we were playing. That was kind of his criticism too. I mean, he likes the game.
mm-hmm.
I can't stand the fucking thing.
Yeah, no, like I was telling you before this, like I like how it feels and plays. Like playing it feels nice, but
See-
just like I don't even remember the fucking antagonist names, the twins. Like
It's like forget the story. The story sucks, but also like that's the thing I hyped up. I love the sliding. I love like the mounting. That you could like mantle things. You couldn't do that in any previous version. And the guns might feel good, but like the animation of it all,
I
like
just didn't like.
the same way that you got like the part about getting like a bunch of gold guns is the perfect example of what's wrong with everything else. We're just like every single gun had a fucking rocket launcher on it. Every single gun, you know what I mean? Just like it wasn't, it was lacking just the right amount of simplicity
Yeah,
to make it like a still like a
Yeah.
FPS.
because didn't
Yeah.
they part of the selling point was how many guns were there, and didn't they say there's 1 million guns?
I don't know.
But I know it kind of got like you're saying. It got to the point where it was like, okay, it felt like a
Everything's a
slot
nuke.
machine. It
Yeah.
felt like a slot machine. Where
Well,
it's just like
it's just so
all right, this
arca-
one has
Yeah.
it's burst, but it has a 30-round magazine, fires this fast, and like it's made by this company.
and it shoots explosive teddy bears.
Yeah,
Like everything was just so like over the top.
yeah. It got it. Yeah, and I guess that was
was
always
a-
Borderlands thing, but they almost leaned too far into their own thing.
Exactly.
I see.
And
I see what you're saying. with
that's
that.
what turned me off. That's like that was the biggest. Like I got like a little into the first boss and saw like some good guns that like that was the game. Like all right, this gun. You're gonna want to use this weapon, and you start shooting it, and all the shit does. You're like, oh, this is fucking AIDS. This isn't fun at all. This is awful.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of bringing it back together. I am interested to jump into Cyberpunk. I want to get a new system
will get
before I
it,
really
yeah.
do it, and I'm gonna give him some time to patch some shit up. You know, it's kind of as much as it sucks. I feel like that's become just a part of the gaming experience now is games get
Everything's
launched.
rushed.
Yeah, games get launched. You got to wait for a couple patches for them to smooth everything out, and then you're gonna eventually get the experience you want. So,
You hope.
and I was so into The Witcher. I feel like if it's built the same way, I'm probably gonna enjoy it. Whether or not it's gonna be the greatest game,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Right. I know you can fuck.
Yeah, I did see that.
Apparently,
I've seen a
like
couple videos,
the
yeah.
relationship aspect is very deep. Like the way that, like some people have talked about, like people I've watched play will talk about going back playing through just to like pursue a relationship with a different character. So
Yeah.
apparently, like certain like side main characters you can all
Mm-hmm.
get romantic with, or like some will like I guess some you have to be a certain quote gender, which interestingly enough doesn't play much into the whole like gender fluidity of society, which is I just
Yeah.
find surprising.
I saw
At least
people were
I don't think it
beefing.
does.
Your car has I guess a transgender pride flag on it, just like base in the game.
Okay.
And people were
They were mad
upset.
about that?
People were upset
funny.
about that online. It's just like, how could you not let me choose if I want to have that on my car or not? It's just like, bruh, like is that's what's taking you out of this world? Like,
There's a lot of things in that game that like you're not getting the choice for it
Yeah.
to be on that. Like, so
Yeah.
like, why does that matter?
But that's the thing. Is relationships. That Mass Effect was big on that too. Like you could pursue certain people, and it changed what decisions you were able to make with other characters. So yeah, all that I think's real cool.
Yeah.
But none of it lends to being good to stream or watch. Like,
I mean, it all just and it depends. It all just depends. It depends on the flow of the gameplay.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like watching some of these cyberpunk scenes. They were just sitting there talking in circles with like you could tell like the voice actor of the character was trying, but watching it take place, none of the characters are moving around or interacting with each other. So it's just like a dead scene.
yeah.
If you could do anything else with that animation or just like make it like some sort of cutscene. You don't want to make it a fucking cutscene, Hunter.
Yeah.
But there's a lot you can do to make it more like visually stimulating. So
Yeah.
I even like as someone playing, I'm like, how is that enjoyable? And that's why I compare it to Fallout, where it's just like two fucking stick figures, just like some voice actor putting their all into the voice and the fucking claymation looking ass characters going like
Yeah.
this, like super underwhelming.
Yeah.
For a game
In
that's big on the
76
fucking talking.
In 76, didn't even put the NPCs in. They're just like, no NPCs.
Yeah.
You're just going to talk to a box on the wall.
Or your friends.
Or your friends
with
about how
people
much
or
that
no
game
one.
sucks.
Yeah.
James bought the whole pre-sale package.
Get fucked on.
Never touched it, dude.
Get absolutely
Never, barely
fucked
ever
on.
touched that shit.
Skill-based matchmaking.
Patent came out, dude.
This is interesting.
So
So the patent came out. The patent information was not quote leaked because it's a patent. It's public.
yeah, public knowledge.
But it was
People
shared.
just kind of found it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for what it is, starting with that before like getting into how it's implemented, they found it was filed in 2017, I think, and basically it's
By Activision.
Yeah, short by Activision, and in short, it allows for a lot of in-game moment tweaks based on how good or bad you're playing. Whereas everyone knew, in Call of Duty,
This is all regarding skill-based matchmaking.
if you play better, your next lobby is probably going to get harder, so on and so forth. And what this patent
It
is,
might feel that way.
but in this patent, it's literally going during the game. If you go 2-10, I go 10-2, it will make my hitboxes smaller, my aim assist less. My bullets will hit marker more often, whereas yours, it'll expand hitboxes, stronger aim assist, more bullet damage. It can change like your character's actual speed in the game and all of that. So now the arguments become online. But food delivered. Can't beat it. Now the argument's becoming online as to whether or not this is actually being implemented in the Call of Duty multiplayers. And you're having guys like JGod, Exclusive Ace, saying it's not. It's for PvE gameplay where it's like everyone's on a team going to fight like a raid boss like in Destiny. And if someone's much worse, it makes it possible, I guess, for them to hop into like a better player's game and be able to fight the enemies and bosses and stuff by lowering or raising the other player's skill, I think is the idea. But then there's no proof that it's not in the Call of Duty multiplayer, player versus player. You know what I mean? So,
It sure feels like it is.
yeah.
It would explain a lot of the bullshit where there's situations where I feel like you don't know what the fuck happened to your bullets,
Yeah.
or you don't know what the fuck happened to what they were doing. Like, yo, what did he have?
Yeah.
That famous quote. What did he have?
Yeah. And in your people complaining like multiplayer about the spawn systems and stuff like that.
Squad
like,
spawns.
how it's just like it just doesn't, because old Call of Duty spawn trapping was a thing. Like as long as you don't go here, they're gonna keep spawning here. We're just gonna be able to keep the kills rolling. In this, it's like, dude, you kill them, they might literally spawn like 10 feet behind you, and it's just you get the drop on them. Like it's happened to me where it's like some dude keeps killing me, and the game will just like keep spawning me back behind him around the corner, and like I just step around, bop, get the revenge kill, keep it pushing.
So
Like
the game's setting you up for that revenge.
yeah, but I don't know. Like if they took the skill base to this level, I mean that's fucking crazy. Like
That is not just catering to the casual. That is breastfeeding them.
yeah, and it's
Like, that's awful.
It hurts the casual. Like so, let's say if you just got into Call of Duty and you're trying to figure out like the game mechanics, how to get good. If the game mechanics are literally changing on you minute to minute, you're never going to be able to master it at all.
Well,
But-
you'll be able to master the muscle memory and like your aim, but what good that does you
Yeah,
will be futile. But that's where it's genius as far as the developers go. They're making it so you won't be able to ever notice, you know what I'm saying, like in play.
yeah. It's happening so like by the minute that it all feels the same eventually. I guess it's fucked, dude. It's like golf. It's like no one's like they're never gonna let you get good enough at it, but you'll keep showing up to the course thinking. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a good round next time you come back, and then you're just shanking shit. You don't know why your clubs ain't working right, dude. Fuck golf.
Golf is a bitch.
That's my stance. Fuck golf, dude. But so do you think do you think to this level it's in their multiplayer?
I wouldn't put it past them at all. I wouldn't put it past them in the slightest.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't either. Like, I guess on some level it does kind of keep you coming back because you have a couple good games and you're like, I know I can do it, and then they just
It's like gambling.
yeah.
You know, I mean, to your point, Jordan and I went off this morning, fucking dropped the 27 bomb in duos, and then getting shit on, placing 60th and shit after that. Like, just getting absolutely nothing going.
dropping you into a lobby with a bunch of other guys who just dropped like 30 bombs in lobbies. And kind of to
And
your
all
point,
of our fucking animations are reduced.
yeah, everything, you're loading your gun slower and shit. But to that point, like I was saying, all those guys on YouTube that this is kind of their job to dig into the logistics of the game, did some sort of study and they definitely found that your ping is affected by how well you're playing. So like literally your connection to the server, if you're playing well, is going to be nerfed a little bit compared to people who are playing better. And that in turn does affect like your bullets disappearing and like time to kill and all that shit, because it's literally registering your shit a little slower.
That explains why my ping's always so good, because I suck.
They have me on 0 ping all the
Yeah.
time, dude. I am the host,
I
actually.
got some
every single
great
day.
internet. And you're just bad.
But yeah, it's fucked.
It's absolutely fucked. I mean, keep it in the game, but that's why you add a different playlist. You got a ranked playlist or a casual
Even
playlist.
I'm gonna be honest though, like even in a ranked playlist, the extent that this patent would take it to seems ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous. But
Like changing hitbox
it
size,
wouldn't
like
have
that's
to apply. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're trying to put everyone in the same box. You can have a different skill-based matchmaking if it's for a whole ideal different set of players. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? What's that?
But you know what else is fucked?
Me eating on the pod.
That. But the turntable's turning, dude. For a while, it was Jacob not showing up with the podcast prepared, watching what we needed to watch, studying what we needed to study, taking notes. On what we
You
need to
call
take
you
notes
call
on.
yourself a Star Wars fan. You sit here across from us. You're in my gaming chair, and you want to sit there and write notes, and you think you're a Star Wars fan? Bullshit.
This is bullshit, bro. What happened, man?
Didn't watch new Mando? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I was asleep for a lot of the weekend. I was cooking. I was getting Christmas tree stuff. And it slipped my mind.
Have you seen his
bro.
Christmas tree?
I
Why is your
haven't.
Christmas tree so fucking obnoxiously big?
It's big.
Is that a fake tree?
Yeah, it's fake.
It's fucking
It's
huge.
pretty. It's wide. It's wide.
Nice.
Dude, it goes to the ceiling. It's like an 11-foot tree.
It's it's a 6 inches. 6 inches away from the ceiling.
Did you fit a tree topper on it? Is there enough space?
You can't.
So we gotta find one that we can fit on. We
can't.
We might just not put a tree topper on.
Because it's
For
too
Santa
tall.
won't come if there's no tree topper, dude.
That's true.
I am saying.
That's only Catholic religious. But
My bad, bro. My bad. I forgot we all grew
Yeah,
up
I didn't
different.
watch the new Mandalorian. I fucked up.
It is fucked up, man. It was a crazy
I know. I
episode.
heard.
Dude, let's just spoil it for him.
now, but let's talk about the one
The
before.
one before.
So prior to that one, Ahsoka Tano tells the Mando that he's got to take the child Grogu.
Grogu.
He's gonna take Grogu to the Seeing Stone, and he takes baby Yoda over there to the Seeing Stone, and guess who the fuck shows up?
Darth Vader.
It's like all like confident, like I watched it. Boba and Slave One. Slave
You
One.
seen that motherfucker fly up, son? Oh, man.
man.
I
Oh,
got
man.
super wet.
So wet. He comes in, he's doing his thing, gets his armor back. He's Boba Fett in the flesh. Nothing's changed. And then Grogu's doing his thing on the Seeing Stone. He's fucking trying to contact some Jedi. Who do you guys think he's trying to get in contact with? Who do you think touched him? Do you think anyone touched him?
Mace Windu.
Windu?
I'm holding hard fast that it's Mace.
I don't think it's Windu.
It's not. But I'm holding hard fast that it's going to be
That'd be
Mace
cool.
Windu. That's what
Honestly,
Just
dude,
too
I don't
expensive.
even have a guess.
I'm expensive.
You
Straight
know,
up.
you're ignorant.
Exactly.
I'm thinking it might be Ezra. You don't know none about Ezra.
I know a little bit about it. I don't know much.
He's from Star Wars Rebels. Now, if you remember in the Ahsoka episode, and she's fighting Homegirl, she says, "Yo, where's Admiral Thrawn?" Right?
Okay.
Admiral Thrawn is a guy who is one of the antagonists in the Star Wars Rebels series.
Okay.
Okay, he was a lieutenant. The Rebels takes place before A New Hope and after the Clone Wars and after Revenge of the Sith, of course. So motherfucking Thrawn, him and Ezra, because he's like, as far as you know, Thrawn ain't a thing because him and Ezra are in the ship, and Ezra sacrifices himself to send him and Thrawn somewhere like in the middle of space in hyperspace. But Homegirl is interrogating Homegirl, saying, "Where's Thrawn?" So if Thrawn's alive, you would think Ezra's alive. And one of the ways that Rebels ends is Ahsoka and another character are going to go look for Ezra, and he's a Jedi. So it's possible.
I mean,
That's a
checks
real
out.
grounded theory.
Checks out on this side. I'm glad I didn't even try to make a guess, dude.
It's
My shit.
possible.
Still probably going to be Mace, but that's a grounded theory.
Mace, like I said, Samuel L. Jackson is a two-top build of a cast member.
Well,
They've gotten some good. They've got some crazy spots in the. In it,
I mean,
though.
do you think? Don't
Not
you think?
Samuel
Don't you think
Jackson.
Samuel Jackson would kind of be like, ain't no way anyone else would play Mace Windu?
Well, that's why
he's
that's why
saying
it's
Mace
not
Windu
Mace
ain't gonna be in
Windu.
your
No,
shit.
it's gotta be Mace.
because
He's
they
a-
can't afford it. They
They-
can't afford Mace.
They called him. He's like, "Let me tell you something here. I ain't doing it, and no one else is doing it."
Samuel Jackson and Disney.
Marvel.
What? Shit.
Motherfucker. I was like, I know there's an example.
He's
Yeah.
ma-
And Disney would have
he's
the
just
budget
Nick
for it.
Fury
Yeah.
with a lightsaber. You got me there, dude. You got me there.
That shit was.
Then
badass.
the Dark Troopers got Baby Grogu.
Dark
Megan
Troopers.
was very upset.
I mean, yeah.
She was
like,
very
Dakota
upset.
was like crying.
Yeah,
You should be upset at Mandalorian.
emotional women.
Now,
Use your jetpack.
this is something I wasn't super familiar
up.
with.
You got to use the jetpack, man. That's on him, dude. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's on you.
I do love how though when Boba Fett was scoping it out, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna get on him. I'm gonna get this baby back." And then as soon as he sees like the Imperial ship, he's like, "Oh nah, like I'm not.
He's like,
I'm
"No,
not
I'm gonna
fucking
look
with
at
that."
it. I see it. It's there.
Straight up, he's like, "Look, man, I'm not going right up in there right now."
Well, you saw he got close. He's like a fly next to that thing.
For
dude.
real.
He's like, "Wee."
Like,
You said use a jetpack.
I'm to get to Yoda first. You know what I'm saying?
Grogu.
now in the, I'm not exactly sure where else the Dark Troopers show up, but were they always droids? They weren't always droids, were they?
First of all, yes and no. They showed up in the video game Jedi Outcast. I'm pretty sure they were in the Fallen Order game. I'm pretty sure they are in they might be in Rebels. So you're dumb. And
I didn't say they didn't show up.
and
said they didn't know.
I think they're like kind of like Cybertronic. I think they're like a combination
like
of both.
androids.
Clearly, it looked like they were robots in this case.
They look like straight robots.
straight robots,
Look
but I
like
think in other
fucking Iron Man
cases
flying in.
they were like, but that's like human in a costume.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Some
and
ass shit.
maybe it's like at
Could
this
be a
point.
motherfucker in there.
Was it maybe at this point they don't have like the version of the Dark Troopers that are fully like Cybertronic human. They're waiting.
No,
That's
no,
what they need
no. You just
Grogu for.
No, because in Jedi Outcast, which takes place after Return of the Jedi and the Jedi Temple, and Luke is the head of the Jedi Temple, and that's like a thing and all that. There's Dark Troopers and that shit, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? So this is after that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well-
this is
And I feel like you're saying in Fallen Order, I'm pretty sure they were people. So
and that was before this.
yeah.
But it's all, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I
saying?
was
Well, actually,
curious.
no. That's before the whole trilogy. That's before all that shit. Fallen Order.
But so
That's
in
what
that
people,
they were yeah.
So maybe they said, we'll stop making them people. We'll make them robots.
Yeah.
That would be.
As robots don't question as much, you know what I'm saying, right?
They couldn't fly if they weren't robots.
That's true.
That's very true.
As
They could have a
as
jetpack.
it's a jetpack, but obviously those don't work.
Because
right?
they weren't.
Why?
Because remember They Fly Now? They weren't at the They Fly Now stage. Remember They Fly Now?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember them flying now.
They Fly Now.
Watch a new episode, man.
I want to watch it. Speaking of new Star Wars, though, how about all that other shit? All that other Star Wars shit that Disney announced.
Bad Batch, Obi-Wan show, a droid story, Rogue Squadron, Ahsoka show.
They're all getting their own.
You know how, like Marvel does like the thing with like here's all our shit coming out? Star Wars did that with all bunch of shit.
Oh damn.
The
Bruh.
Bad
crazy.
Batch, dude.
They-
You know about the Bad? Tell them about the Bad
No, I
Batch.
don't know
Bad
nothing about
Batch.
the Bad Batch.
It's about
sick.
some clones, like a
Great
group
name.
of clones that are like part of the. This is like post Order 66, and I think they're just like some badass Jedi killing ass clones.
And they're just hunting down Jedi,
Yeah.
killing them. Damn, that's pretty.
Something like that. That was the impression.
I would like them
But
to
it's still
take.
like the Clone Wars animation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like them to take one of those offshoots and make it just like a little bit more badass. You know what I'm saying? Lean into like.
Like
You know what I
Rogue
mean?
One did,
Like
kind of.
brutal badass or like what?
No,
Like,
not really like
M-rated,
brutal, but
like
just.
gory, but like
But yeah, just like a little more, like because Mando has like a little taste of it, like at the beginning of the new season when he had the dude strung up and
I mean,
like
you
cut
gotta
the
know
lights out.
You still gotta know your market, bro. You gotta get,
I mean,
you gotta
I know.
get kids. We
I
got
know.
well, it's
Like, it's
Disney,
not gonna
but you gotta
happen.
get kids too.
Like it's not gonna
wish
happen, but it's just
upon
like
a
me, I would like one that's like this is rated R, dude.
Did
You know what I'm saying?
Pinocchio? It's from Pinocchio. isn't
well,
it?
that's just like the Disney.
Yeah, but it's
wish
from
upon-
Pinocchio.
That's what they play during the Super Bowl when it's doing all the cuts of motherfuckers being like, "I'm going
But
to
the
Disney
song
World."
is from Pinocchio.
I don't know Pinocchio. I know his nose gets
Megan.
long. Other than that, I'm not too familiar with Pinocchio. I don't even know the puppet master's name. What's his name?
Geppetto, stupid
I knew
ass
it started
boy.
with a G. I was gonna say gelato. Delicious.
Gelato.
That's ice cream in Italian.
I know. It's not ice cream. It's more of a custard.
It's from Pinocchio, man. It was in Pinocchio. 6-minute song. It's a long ass song. It's like a periphery joint. Mastodon or some shit. Animals as leaders.
And then
Just
the
keep-
Kenobi
just keep
show.
going.
Huh?
The Kenobi show. We got
Bruh.
Is it a talk show?
big.
But it's who's the actor that originally played Obi-Wan?
Oh fuck.
It's because he dead as fuck. It's a hologram. It's the talk show. It's like the host is him as a hologram.
Yeah, it'd be
Programmed to
excellent.
ask thousands of questions.
Ewan McGregor's not even involved.
It was Mihai said they were gonna get William Shakespeare.
Mm.
I think his creative input.
Anyway, new Kenobi show got word that fucking
Hayden
who's
Christensen.
coming back?
Hayden Christensen,
Hayden Christensen's
who played
coming back.
Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that.
Well, I knew that.
What else is he in?
I don't fucking
Name
know,
another
dude.
Hayden Christensen movie.
Jumper.
I don't give a
That's it. That's the only movie.
Star
And
Wars.
guess who else is in there?
Jumper.
Guess who else is in it? Samuel Jackson, son. Who ironically is the antagonist.
He is.
And
in
he's
that
kind
movie.
of the antagonist in Revenge of the Sith to Anakin.
Well, for a second. And well, yeah, I mean,
He cuts his
Anakin,
fucking arm
He
off.
does push him out a window, so
That's
they're certainly
his-
not on the same team.
About as antagonizing as you can get.
It's true.
Cut your no! And cuts his arm off. That's what he did. Remember?
Oh, I remember.
He said, "I need him."
"I need him."
That's exactly how it did. No.
Yeah, he's gonna be Darth Vader in the Kenobi.
Yeah, they're gonna
series.
bring it back as Darth Vader.
Nice. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
allegedly.
a sad boy about it.
Maybe.
Probably.
Fuck you. But we're gonna see like a a young Darth Vader. Young.
Still got that.
Neat. I hope they do something about that.
They're gonna get James Earl Jones to voice him.
But like sometimes he's not wearing a mask, so it's still Hayden Christensen.
Well, I don't
but-
think he's never
It
not
looks
wearing
like
the mask with Darth
Cyberpunk.
Vader. You know it hurts him to not wear his mask, right?
No, like if he's in the bubble or something.
He'd
Like
be in
any
the bubble.
situation where
He'd
he
be
wouldn't
in
have
his
his
bubble,
mask
his
on,
meditation
you got
chamber.
to see him
As
but,
Hayden Christensen.
but with fucking
But his face
What-
can be all fucked
with
up.
what's his name's voice, James Earl Jones' voice. That'd be fucking hilarious. And
Well,
yeah,
his
that's
voice
the
only
other thing.
sounds like that because of the fucking mask.
It's a fucking joke. I'm saying, wouldn't that be hilarious?
You don't just joke about Star Wars like that, son. You just don't play with Star Wars like that.
Clearly, I'm not that invested. Didn't even watch the news.
Trying to play me, set me up. I'm sick of this, Jacob.
What's up, dude?
Where can they find us if they want
Dude.
to test me on my Star Wars?
If you want to get at Josh about his Star Wars
Hit
knowledge,
you up.
is you can get us at Talking Sauce Podcast, _respect the _ if you're listening. Watch it on YouTube. Scrum every Wednesday. This also has a video. And yeah, get me at Jacob, JAY _COBBB Josh.
Give me a Teebs, TABZZ.
Dylan.
Find me on Reddit. You teabags your mum. 69420 lowercase x capital X. That's you teabags your mum. 69420 lowercase x capital X. Da 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 da.